guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sesily, where I do book reviews, movie reviews, and anything in between. In today's video, we're gonna do a book review. I had someone on Instagram where I posted about reading this book and they were wondering if I was gonna do a review, and I was like, sure enough, I can definitely do a review. And so that is what I'm doing today. And so the book is A Sad, Funny Journey Through Grief for People Who Normally Avoid Books with words like journey in the title, Black Widow. This story is about the author, Lisa Gray Streeter, and she was married. Her husband ended up dying of a heart attack very suddenly. It's a story about kind of their relationship and also the fact of her grieving, along with they were in the midst of adopting a little boy, and she has to go through the adoption process without her husband. So that is basically the story of the book, and let's go ahead and get into the review. Alright, so Black Widow, what I thought, I really enjoyed this book. With her life, her husband is named Scott. Let me tell you, the way she wrote about Scott, I just felt really like I wanted to know who he was. I wanted to meet him. I enjoyed her stories about their dates, which I wish we got more of that, because I was like, tell us another story about like how you guys dated, how you guys met each other. Like I'm her kid, like tell me how you guys first met and your first kiss, and did you guys dance with each other? Did you do this? I was just enthralled in that part of the story. Also the fact that I really resonated with this book with the fact of losing someone and having to deal with, you know, the funeral service, trying to do things that they would wish for during that time, just ensuring that everything was perfect, because I have personally dealt with that. With my mother has passed away, me and my sister had to plan for the funeral. We both had to do everything for her funeral service. So when in the beginning it was going over that, I really felt for her. Everything she said, I was like, I understand what you're saying. Going through that, I understood. So I definitely could relate to that aspect of what she was going through. And what's really nice is she keeps her personality in this book. So it's not so much a sad story, but with her personality and humor in there, you really feel like it's definitely like a memoir that's a happy memoir towards her time with her husband, and also her perseverance of going through the adoption process without her husband Scott. Like I said, her humor is really good in this book. I like how we're in her head as well as she goes through different scenarios or different parts or moment in her life. I loved how it's in her head and she doesn't really leave a lot of stuff out. It's very fun when she referenced Law and Order, or she referenced something else that she thought during that moment. I thought that was really good. It definitely shows how she was thinking, because I sometimes feel like when you're in someone's mind, you don't get the full picture, but with this book, it was really good how she did that. With the adoption process, you feel for her because of how long it's taking, and also because the son, Brooks, is only 2 years old. She doesn't know how to explain death to him yet, but he, like a child, knows something's going on but can't say it in words like what's going on and how he feels. So I wouldn't say emotional, but you can tell how hard she was trying to really get the words together. And her friends, she had great support system. They were awesome. I really enjoyed them. But overall, this is a really good book. For this, I enjoyed how she wrote the book. I enjoyed how she wrote her husband. I knew after a couple pages, I was like, you did him justice. I want to meet Scott. I wish I could meet Scott because of how you wrote him. You just want to meet him. And I would love another book of just their whole dating life and their whole marriage life. I want more of him and just seeing him and those two interact with Brooks and with her. I don't really have anything bad to say. Overall, I think it's a good book. Now, I know the girl who asked me on Instagram, she wanted to see whether or not to buy this or not. I think if you like memoirs or stories about somebody's life for real, like their real life kind of story, I definitely suggest buying this. So just to wrap up, good book, good humor, definitely loved how she wrote the book, made me love Scott and want to meet him, and just an overall like fantastic representation of her life. So I would definitely, if you guys have not, definitely check it out. You won't be like sad at all. Personally, I don't think you'll feel sad or really cry. Maybe at the end you may cry. If you've gone through a loss, you will definitely understand what she's going through. Definitely more of an understanding of what she's going through. That is it of my review. I hope I did good enough to let you know about this book. It's very short. So comment below what you guys thought of this book. Have you read it? Comment below, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Deuces.